Hey everyone, Reid Henrichs with Ridge, and today we're going to talk about the AR-15. Had a lot of requests. People saw my AK video, what was on that rifle. I'm going to show you my AR, and you're going to find that I'm an old school dude. You guys know that, so I like going old school. My AR may not look like yours, but I'm going to give you some ideas. And, it's all about spending as little money as possible on your equipment while still having reliability and functionality, and that's what we're trying to get this information out to you guys today. Show you what's on mine, why it's there, and what you can expect if you're going to build an AR or buy one. I would definitely recommend buying one from a reputable manufacturer to help save a lot of problems. So let's go ahead and take a look, and I'm going to show you exactly what's on mine and give you some ideas, and hopefully it'll work out for you for the betterment of your training and for the protection of your family and home and self. Alright guys, this is my personal AR, and you'll notice a couple of things that are different from a lot of the ARs on the market today and what seems to be the latest buzz and trend or fad, at least for the last decade or so. What you're going to notice right away, guys, is that I've got a solid stock on mine. I like the A2 stock. Now some people think this is a little too long. And for some people it may be. For some of you guys that got shorter arms or more stockier torso, you can go with a solid stock, but you're going to have to go with an M16A1 stock, which will cut off, about an inch and a half off of this. For most people though, the A2 is good to go. I've shot this wearing body armor, I've shot this in plate carriers, and it wasn't an issue with me at all. But that said, what you may need to go shorter. You may need that A1 stock. Why do I have a solid stock on this rifle? Well, for a lot of reasons. If you guys have shot ARs or M16s any length of time, you'll know that sometimes you'll get a stuck case in that chamber, and no matter how many times you run the bolt, it won't come out of there, or the bolt won't even move back at all. So what you can do with a solid stock is take it up like this and boom, pound it down as you pull on the charging handle. Okay, as you pull on the charging, they call it mortaring it. That's a very common stoppage in an AR or an M16, so we need to be able to have a solid stock. You get those collapsible butt stocks, man, I've seen buffer tubes bent if you don't push it in all the way, and they're just not as durable or as sturdy as a solid stock. That's one of the big reasons why I use it. I really enjoy having this kind of stock. It gives me a good cheek weld every time. Every time I present the rifle up to my face, it's good to go on that. All right, so I like a solid stock for that reason. Is that this rifle is a lot longer than a lot of the carbines. Most of our ARs are 16 inches or a 14.5-inch barrel with a pinned, flash hider on this. Guys, I go with the 20-inch. Okay, I go with a 20-inch barrel on mine. I do this for a lot of reasons. One of the biggest reasons why I like a 20-inch barrel on that is because that 5.56 round's cooking out of there pretty good at a good velocity. I mean, you get the full velocity of that 5.56 round, especially using 55s, which is, a very good terminal stopper as far as fights. And I like that. It really hits, at least seems to me, to hit harder than the shorter barrels, okay? A lot of benefits to that. Now, you guys will say, yeah, but what about CQB and, room clearing in this? Hey, I mean, Marines have been clearing buildings and rooms for a better part of 15 years with this rifle. Okay, and furthermore, Army guys, some of them will run a rifle length as well, although the Army mostly uses the M4, but I can tell you, guys have been getting it done at very close distances with 20-inch rifles for a long time. Another reason I go with this 20-inch barrel is because it's a full-length gas system. On the direct impingement AR or M16, this is the full-length rifle gas was what it was designed for. Okay, I found this to be much more reliable than the carbine length gas system. That's not to say that a lot of the carbines don't run, because they do. I've just found that rifle lengths tend to have a lot less problems in my experience, and I've seen thousands of students come through class. I mean, literally. All right, millions of rounds with that, and it just seems to me that the rifle lengths work a little better. You can do an 18-inch barrel. If you guys don't like the 20, you can go with the 18-inch barrel, and that'll still give you that full-length rifle gas system what it was designed for. At the very lowest, I mean, a mid-length is going to be a compromise, but it's still, I think, better than the carbine length gas system. Of course, we're nitpicking here, but it's not nitpicking when your life is on the line, okay? There are 16-inch guns that run. There are carbine length guns that run. Absolutely. I've seen many of them run through class. But I've seen less problems with the rifle length gas system or the mid-length overall. This is just my perception of it when I've shot ARs, and I've shot quite a few of them, but I found that the recoil, not that there's hardly any recoil with a 223 anymore. I don't massive recoil the 223, right? No, and all joking aside, I found this to be a softer shooting rifle than a carbine. What you'll notice on this rifle as well, guys, is of course the sling, just a standard GI cotton sling. And as you'll see, I've duct taped down here near the sling swivel nice butterfly duct tape, right? So no one's gonna steal it. Nobody wants butterfly stuff on theirs. But if you'll notice, when I move this rifle, there's no sound to it, okay? I like having a quiet rifle. I like having stuff rattle around less. Okay, so we want to do that. But what I like about this cotton sling is that you can really get a tight sling when you're shooting. Okay, when you're shooting this gun, it's a very tight sling. It allows you to lock it in, get a good stable shooting position when you cannot go prone. That is why I like this sling, easily adjustable up here with the sling keeper. Plus, you know, these come with the rifle. So I mean, there's no use to spend money on things that you really don't need. And that's why I prefer this sling. It works great. It has for a very long time. Similar slings have been in use in the United States military since the early part of the 20th century, so they tend to work. The thing that I have in my AR, guys, is of course a set of iron sights. This of course is a Bravo company 20-inch upper. I got this for like 440 bucks. I mean, that's a really good price from their website. I mean, very cheap for an upper receiver. All right, so what you'll know about these iron sights, it's good to have them on your rifle. Okay, rifles should have iron sights on them. Absolutely, very important. I made entry into a building one time, and I had another optic, not an aim point, not going to mention any names because you know I don't like public shaming here, but had it crap out on me as soon as I made entry with a different brand of optic. I had to make entry with iron sights. So yes, you do need iron sights on your rifle if you want to take your life seriously. Of course, standard aim point comp M4. I like anything aim point works. It's good to go on that. Also, something else that you're going to want on your rifle, guys. Any rifle that you have, of course, is a white light. This, of course, impact weapons on this light mount with a Surefire. It's not only white light, but it's IR, because you guys know I like to do the dance in the dark if I got night vision, but totally unnecessary for most of us. Hell, some would even think it's unnecessary for me anymore. But I like having this light. You can toggle between white and IR, just the switch of the bezel. Notice that you'll also notice about this rifle is that I've got standard A2 handguards on it. These are like 60 bucks. I mean, you know, you can get a key mod rail or a quad rail and you can spend hundreds of dollars. Hell, I've even seen some rails on there that were 300 bucks. Why? All you're doing is putting a light on it. If you guys want to put a laser, okay, that's fine, but I'm pretty sure you can get by with white light and on your rifle for like 100% of your problems in home defense or any other situation for that matter. So I think that, you know, spending extra money on those rails, I mean, it may be tactical, but really it's totally unnecessary and it's kind of just a waste of money. These handguards are durable, they last, they're very comfortable to shoot, as I said. You can do a lot with this. This is how I roll. This is my rifle. It's simple, it's durable, it works, and there's really not a lot of need to spend a crap load of money on a rifle. I mean, hell, if I didn't have this optic on it, I mean, the whole thing would have been 800 bucks. You know, with the lower receiver and then the upper from Bravo company and then these iron sights. And yes, you can make it roll with iron sights from 500 yards to 5 inches, you know. So you can make it happen with that. No need to spend a lot of extra money on things that are totally unnecessary. So that's my AR-15 setup, folks, and hope you got value out of it. And just some final tips on picking one. You know, any quality lower will do. Really doesn't matter. I mean, I've not seen a lower fail in a very long time. So pick a good lower receiver and then be done with it. As far as an upper, you want one typically built to military standards, all right, military specifications. Those tend to hold up over time a lot more than a lot of the commercial ones, all right? So do your research. There's plenty of brands out there. I've had good luck with Bravo Company, had good luck with Daniel Defense. Those are all good uppers. You can get them for under 500 bucks if you know what to look for. Don't need anything fancy on there, no whiz-bang rails or anything. All you're doing is putting a light on there, so it's no big deal, all right? You don't have to reinvent the wheel to be effective and get good accessories on there. So get a gun, it's built to military specifications, all right? So I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, subscribe to the channel, like us on Facebook. If you learn how to get some training with that rifle, come on out to Valor Ridge. We'll teach you how to use it. Rifleman 1, we go out to 300 yards and do all kinds of fun drills in the meantime. It's Reid Henrichs with Valor Ridge. Remember this, the lessons that we learn are written on the tombstones of others. We'll see you on the ridge.